7:49. We're talking a lot about pensions this morning, and Sean, you're talking specifically about scams. But loads of people are getting in contact today with, I suppose, based on what you're saying, is advice that either they've had over the years, things they've tried that hasn't worked. Some people talking about investing in property and losing the value of their pension pot. So it's clearly an issue which is close to so many people's hearts, isn't it?
It is, and that's why fraudsters and scamsters think they've got an opportunity to prey on people, because it's not straightforward. Big financial decisions you've got to make. Morning, everybody. So these scams, do the maths for last year, £23 million people were scammed out of last year, and that is just between 253 victims. It's widely thought that it's massively underreported for people who are suffering this kind of thing. You work it out on average, that's £91,000 each that those people were scammed. So the regulator, the Financial Conduct Authority, is warning today that these highly sophisticated scammers are luring people to move their pensions into unusual schemes. And here's one victim's story.
We were having like a lot of financial struggles at the time, and out of the blue I got a phone call, and it just sounded amazing. You know, they gave us these ideas that we would get this balance of money come to us when we transferred our money, and then we'd get some bonuses every year. And I thought, this sounds amazing. And he said to me, you know, don't you need the money now? And I'm thinking, yeah. It's just like he hit every single nerve. Yeah, we needed the money now. And it just sounded perfect, and I never for any length of time thought that anything could go wrong. We lost probably about £55,000 altogether. Life is just going to be very difficult from now on, trying to think about what are we going to do when we get older, because we have nothing to fall back on now.
So an issue that could affect a lot of people. We've got Louise Claro with us, who's an independent financial advisor. Morning, Louise.
Morning, Sean. Hi.
Just first up, we've been talking all morning about these big figures, and we hear cases there like that one. What do you do if you think you've already got to the point of handing over your money, you're engaged with somebody, and you think you're being defrauded?
OK, so if you think that if you've literally just done it, it's possible that there might be some sort of cancellation rights within the contract. It really depends whether the contract's regulated or not. I think what we need to remember today is that not all pension schemes are bad, not all investments are bad. But if you do get a bit nervy, then first of all, see if you can cancel it straight away. If it's gone too far, then there's really two ways that you can go.
Just on that, if it's fraud, I mean, is there a legal contract anyway in the first place? You know, if you think I've actually transferred my cash somewhere, or I've put my money in a scheme, that the contract might not...
If it's fraud.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about this morning.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's two sort of recourse, if you like. First of all, you can seek recourse via the court system and have to go through the legal routes. You'll probably find that there's other investors that have also sort of placed money in the same scheme, and, you know, sort of they all club together and do a sort of a group litigation exercise. If there has been an involvement somewhere along the way with an introducer or a financial advisor that is regulated, because the regulated financial advisors sometimes do get involved in these things unknowingly, or incorrectly, then you can go through via the financial ombudsman. But I think what we're talking about today, and what the FCA wanted to highlight, is these scams. These are fraudulent things that were set up, and when you look at these, I get involved in these every single day. I see these because I present cases for the court. The prospectuses look very, very professional. I even believe that there are employees within the company that are actually running these scams don't even know themselves that it is actually a scam. It's people further up the pyramid that actually are aware that it's potentially going to be a fraud and an embezzlement.
So there's this campaign being launched by the Financial Conduct Authority today.
Yes.
I'm going to see these adverts that are going around, and it's sort of giving the idea that you may think you can achieve really great things by putting your pension pot into something. You know, we see pictures of people on jet skis here. This is what the kind of benefit you can have, but actually that's not what you're going to get out of it. So how do you know if the first thing is, right, I'm going to do something with my pension pot now, what should you be doing? The
first thing is to see an independent financial advisor who is registered with the FCA. And what you can do is you can go directly onto the FCA website, put either the name of the company in that this advisor works for, or the name of the advisor. Either or will do. Also, what you can do is you can go on the new Scam Smart website, that's been set up, and it will ask you a series of questions, and what it will allow you to do, it will tell you whether or not that company or that individual is on some sort of warning list.
Right.
So but you need really to find out if somebody is registered with the FCA. People should not confuse this with a company being registered with Companies House.
Right.
People say, what's your registration number? It's the FCA registration number that you want.
And just finally, I mean, the messages Dan mentioned this morning, these are about people putting their money into properties, all different areas. Looking back now at those pension freedoms, the ability for people to do more with their pension pot at 55 years old, was that a good thing or not?
Yes, it is. However, the problem is that it effectively created a capitalised figures on people's pensions, and people suddenly thought that they were going to get £3,000 for life from their pension, but now it's got an equivalent value of, say, £300,000, and so people suddenly seeing this big pot of money in front of them, and it's just too much for people to deal with, and they don't go and get proper financial advice, and there's just not in. People should be directed to registered and authorised persons, and unfortunately the market is awry with people that just aren't.
Louise, thank you very much. Louise Claro there, independent financial advisor. Very complicated one. Keep your messages coming in. Lots of people getting in touch with, as we've heard there, a few of their stories as well. It is one that the regulator wants to make sure doesn't get out of hand.
You can totally see why. Thanks both very much indeed. Thank you.